Do you want to feel more powerful from the moment that you wake up till the moment that you go to bed? That's how impactful a morning routine is. This video will outline my 4 most important steps to nailing that morning routine and achieving more energy throughout the morning and continue through the rest of the day. For those of you new here, my name is Kyle and I help people human better than they have ever humaned before. Have you ever had one or maybe a couple nights of poor sleep? Maybe it's on a weekend, you wake up on the Monday, you just feel like shit, you can't think properly, your head hurts, you kind of get dizzy, you can't perform. Well, that is the impact of sleep. The first and most important step of your morning routine for maximum energy. You see, sleep is one of the most beneficial things that we as humans can do. For a good reason. It prevents mood swings, prevents mental disorders, improves recovery, improves brain function, and best of all, improves physical performance. Achieving 7 to 9 hours of sleep daily is going to be adequate for most individuals. This lets us achieve REM sleep and deep sleep optimally. Now, how do you make sure you perfect your sleep? 3 steps. First is going to be to create a sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time and make sure that you are getting 7 to 9 hours. That is the bare minimum. Your body becomes accustomed to this new sleep schedule, which benefits your circadian rhythm, your sleep-wake cycle. This sleep-wake cycle is the internal clock that our bodies run on to tell us to wake up and go to bed at the right times. This also helps increase melatonin production closer to your bedtime and when it's supposed to happen. And second, put your damn phone away. Get a better alarm system. And do not, for the love of God, do not use your phone nearing bedtime or as soon as you wake up. This prevents blue light in the early morning and also prevents you from doom scrolling and checking your socials, which does waste time, something we don't want to do. As doom scrolling feeds it and feeds it and feeds it and keeps producing this dopamine that realistically is just fake. The third and arguably most important step to this is to keep a dark environment leading up to your bedtime. Turn down the lights, don't use the big lights, use dimmable lights if possible, and use minimal lighting sources until it is for sure time to go to bed. Once it is bedtime, make sure your room is dark and there's not much light anywhere to be found. This encourages melatonin production leading up to bedtime and encourages a better sleep and recovery during your sleeping hours. If you take nothing else away from this video, implement this one step relating to sleep and I guarantee you will have better results. On to step 2, electrolytes and hydration. Criminally underrated step in our morning routine. Our bodies are 65 to 75% water, and salt is used for our brain function and muscular function. So, shouldn't it make sense to start the day with those 2 things, salt and water? I think so. I have been using salt water every single morning, 1 to 2 glasses, a couple cranks of pink Himalayan salt. Can be any salt really, I just prefer pink Himalayan. It's fantastic. It tastes better. I find it's easier to eat in the mornings when I've consumed water with salt in it. Additionally, it's just become such a routine. It's habit. I feel great. My mind is awake. I'm good to go for the rest of the day. Additionally, some people may find that they are starving in the mornings, but part of that hunger could be due to a lack of hydration. I'm not kidding. Give it a shot. Have some water, have some salt water every single morning and see if you feel the same levels of hunger. It also maybe will prevent you from eating too much in the mornings. And even if you choose not to do salted water, at least starting your day with 1 to 2 cups of actual just water, that's going to benefit you either way. You cannot lose having 1 to 2 cups of water every single morning. But starts the day off well, you get hydrated. It's a win. Your brain and body start to get slow when you're dehydrated. And nobody wants to be slow all day. So just drink the damn water, all right? Thank you. If you guys are getting value from this video, please feel free to leave a like down below and comment what you would like to see in the next video or the next couple topics that you'd like to see me cover. Step number 3, choosing the right foods. Along with starting with the right drink, starting your day with the right foods can have a huge impact on your morning performance. Personally, I like to start the day with a little bit of protein and a little bit of fat. This is going to be the most satiating, and protein is always fantastic to start your day with. Get your muscle recovery and muscle building process happening ASAP. Now, personally, I like to start my mornings with eggs, protein, it's fat, a nutrient called choline. Choline is really important for brain health and brain function, even memory, and a little bit of serotonin as well, which is always a nice boost. And I eat these all before my morning workouts. Now, you should also have a little bit of carbs if you are working out in the mornings, as carbs are going to be your primary source of energy for your endurance or your workout activity. Now, if you aren't doing workouts in the morning, you can feel free to leave the carbs alone and just have your satiating protein and fat. I also find benefits leaving the fat to surround everywhere else except your workout, Have carbs and protein as your little bubble around your exercise. Leave fat everywhere else in the day, if possible. Again, it's not a necessity, it's just a recommendation. Fat is slower digesting, and thus similar to fiber, it's not something that we want to have right before or right after a workout. Now, I also like to have a little bit of intra-workout carbs, especially because I work out in the morning and I don't enjoy eating carbs early in the morning. So I take an intra-workout carb called Pentacarb by ATP Lab, shout out ATP. Their carb powder is fantastic. All it is just a fast absorbing carbohydrate. I have a little bit before the workout with my pre-workout. This allows a little bit of carbs to enter my system before the workout, and then I have the other half during the workout. This provides a sustained energy release for the duration of my lift or my exercise. And that way I don't crash, I don't fall into any issues in terms of energy, and I'm happier during the entire workout, and happy is always a win. You said don't have fat around your workout, and now you're having eggs right before you lift. What's going on with that? Well, I personally find it is a net gain. At the end of the day, eggs are really easy and really quick to cook, so I like that a lot in the early mornings, doesn't take long at all. I also love the benefits of having the choline paired with the salt, the electrolytes in my morning water. I find it really starts me off the right way. And I also get a little bit of protein, and because it is a little bit more satiating than any individual carb would be, I find I last longer through my workout as a result. I also believe that starting your day with a lot of sugar is a non-optimal way to start your day. Reason being, there's not many nutritional benefits that come from just sugar alone. I'm talking cereals, I'm talking white breads, I'm talking Nutella. Any of these things aren't really going to provide you anything that benefits the energy levels that you have in the morning or throughout your day. Fruit, however, is a slight exception. Fruit is really good, sometimes have antioxidants, other times have lots of vitamins and other nutrients that will benefit performance, but I'm more talking the man-made, the artificial kind of foods. Have you guys ever heard the 80% rule? If you haven't, the 80% rule is a rule that states that you must consume 80% of your diet only if it comes from the ground or has a mom and dad. What this means, for those of you that don't understand, is whole foods, products that grow from the ground, off of trees, or has a mom and dad, animal meat. Any products that come from animals typically are going to be better off for you than packaged foods. That is, however, why it's called the 80% rule. You do leave 20% because some things you can't always control, but it is more ideal to have whole foods rather than to not have whole foods. As well, if you guys can eat 80% whole foods, you are doing way better than the average person. I guarantee you that. Now that was a lot of information, so I'm going to summarize it for you right now. Have your protein and or your fat-focused foods in the morning. Of course, it is your choice. It doesn't have to be eggs. Have whatever you'd like. 2, if you are exercising in the morning, be sure to include some carbs as it will be fuel for your workout. Number 3, be wary and be conscious of the packaged foods that you eat. And number 4, follow the 80% rule. Okay, that might just be a suggestion, nothing more, but take it with a grain of salt, give it a shot if you'd like. Let me know how it goes. Step number 4, dopamine and sunlight. I have mentioned this before, but I think it's important enough to have its own section. Now, step number 4 to nailing your morning routine for maximum energy consists of dopamine and sunlight. I, like many of you, used to start my mornings waking up, opening my phone, and just scrolling. That's all I would do, 30, 40, 50 minutes, who knows, depends what time of day it is. But it is terrible for you. The blue light exposure, the instant dopamine, you don't need any of that. What you need is natural dopamine production. Now, how do you do that? Go outside, enter yourself into some sunlight, spend 10 to 20 minutes in direct sunlight. That is dopamine enough that will start your day beautifully, and it also is beneficial for your circadian rhythm, that sleep-wake cycle that we talked about earlier. That will also induce melatonin production later on in the day at the appropriate time for you to go to bed and repeat the cycle. That's the beauty of the sleep-wake cycle. If this sounds silly to you, all the more reason to just give it a shot. Let me know how it goes. Spend a week doing it. Bonus tip for those of you who just want to go the extra mile. When you wake up and don't use your phone, get into a cold shower. A cold shower is going to produce dopamine like nobody's business. You're going to hate it. It's going to suck. But if you do that over and over again, the benefit is the day can't get any worse, right? Right? Can the day get worse? Anyways, do that for a month and I guarantee you that your days will suck less and you'll be more resilient after the fact. Well guys, that just about wraps up my top 4 most important tips for starting your morning routine to maximize energy throughout the day. If you guys found value from this video, please feel free to drop a subscribe down below and let me know any problems that you're having in this space. Feel free to drop a comment and I will check in with you. Take care. Now,